lead on, allons-y, but not too fast. All right, let's go.
Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? Let me double check that everything is working, and then we'll begin. In the meantime, how are you? How have your last few days been? Haven't seen you guys since Monday. That is connected. That is working. I believe we should be good to go. So, hello everybody, welcome in. How are you today? Vix, you're first. Hello, how's it going? Gilmore, welcome in. How are you? Let me lower the music. Boop. I hope you guys are all doing good. We have not streamed the past couple of days. The first day was because I was busy. I had a lot of work to do. Second day, it's because I was in a lot of pain. And I'm still in a bit of pain, but we're here. But we've made it. So I almost tried to stream yesterday. And then, as I sat down, I was like, wait, no. I'm in pain, so I decided not to. Embers, welcome in. How are you? I'm good. Having a lazy day. That's excellent. Excellent. What have you done or not done? I hope it's a good time. What did you do? It's not anything exciting or anything. And it's happened before. I think it's happened once before where it was this bad, and then I think a second time, and that was before stream. And then a second time, I think while streaming, or like since having started streaming, but it wasn't as like major. But basically what happens is, so I often, when I'm sitting, actually even sometimes when I'm standing, what I'll do is, I'll like, so if this is my foot, imagine this is my foot. I will curl my toes, and I will, like, if this is my big toe, in this scenario I only have 4 toes. If this is my big toe, I put all of my weight on the knuckle, which you'd think is bad. And here's the spoiler alert, it is bad. But I will put all of my weight on just that. That can't be good. Right. I know that it's not, but I do it all the time. And here's the thing is I often, when I sit down, I like bounce my leg up and down a lot. To an annoying degree, I've been told. But I will do that, and I will be doing that just on... So how do you know if it's not broken? What do you mean? I mean, I'm sure it is. Or I don't know if it's broken. I think it, like... I don't know. It's maybe like severely sprained or fractured, maybe. It doesn't feel good. It is feeling a little bit better today. But basically anyway, so what I'll do is I'll be bouncing my leg up on just that like knuckle. It's probably not good. 80 streams, Emmers, way to go. That's crazy. You're gonna hit one. Do we do something for people who hit 100 streams? I feel like we do. I thought I did 80 already. Last 8 days ago, 75 streams. But do we do something for people that hit 100 streams? I'll have to think about that. I have 20 streams to think about it. Slept in and watched some White Collar. Oh, how is that? I've actually never watched it, but I heard good things. I had food and read more of this novel I'm trying to finish. I'm still in my PJs and it's 1:30 p.m. You're living the life, Gilmore. And don't you change that. That sounds like a super fun, relaxing day. Guess I'm just going crazy. Oh, you know what? I think I'm thinking of hitting 80 subs in, or views in my brother's channel a few weeks ago. That's probably what you're thinking of. But maybe, oh, Party Purple hasn't worked for a little bit. I need to put it back. it was when I took everything away and still haven't put things together. Apologies. Wait, no, not view subs. Oh, really? Okay, well, excellent. Way to go. I thought you were thinking of the stream streak, so I think that's why I thought you meant, like, streams. Anyway, yeah, so the foot knuckle, not the foot knuckle. I guess it's like an ankle. The big toe knuckle that like connects the big toe. You see, because I remember talking about this once on stream. I think I did this, but very minorly a while back. But the big toe knuckle that like connects the toe and my foot is currently a bit swollen. The 2 days ago was really swollen. So basically what happened is this. Tuesday, I was sort of like, because this will happen sometimes, where I'm like, oh, I can feel like my foot is feeling a little sore. It's probably because I've been doing that thing lately. I should really slow down, or I should really stop that. Make sure I don't continue doing that because I'll hurt myself. Well, Tuesday was like, it's kind of hurting a little bit, but it's not too bad. Then as the like night increased, or as the night passed, it was more like, okay, this is really starting to hurt now. It's getting kind of harder to walk on my foot. And then full blown, like, this is excruciating pain. I tried to ice it. Oh, you guys will think this is funny. So, one, I don't have an ice maker. I have like a bag of ice that I bought last summer that is now almost just one solid frozen thing of ice. So I tried to chisel some ice using a like dinner knife. Shouldn't do that. It's probably very dangerous. But I was able to get a few, but then I noticed that I didn't have any Ziploc bags to put it in. So I also don't have like any ice packs or anything. So, this is the MacGyver in me. That's a old reference. This is the just what's the word? Like resourcefulness, part of me. I went to an Amazon box that I had, and you know those little air packs? Those little like bundled things of air. I snipped 2, opened it up and used that. And I just like rolled it up so that way the water wasn't leaking out, but I used that as my little ice pack. But actually I felt like the ice made it infinitely worse. Like after I stopped putting ice on it, it felt so bad. That's when I was like, I need to just go lie down and not move forever. And so I did. I hobbled my way to my bed, and I think the first night I just sort of laid there. Second night, I got a my like couch cushions to like prop up my foot. If it's swollen and bruised, then you probably fractured or something. I think I did. I think it's, and really what's probably happening is I'm re-fracturing it is like the problem, is that I'm continually doing that. Don't scratch your feetsies. I won't. I'm trying not to. Well, right now I cannot. Right now I cannot. So yeah. But the first night was honestly terrible. The pain was like just so intense that I like, it's so weird because I don't really know how to explain it, but like, you know, the like general achiness you get when you have like a fever or something, like just the overall like body ache that you have. I think I started to experience that, and I think part of it is probably I was just very tense while all the pain was happening. But because what happens here's the problem, is that we got followed by a bot on my Instagram. Let's see, will they message me or will they just follow me? Let's just ban them. Let's just get them out of here. We don't like you. I'm gonna report you even. Even though you haven't messaged me yet. Something about this account. Something else. It's spam. And block them. Boom. Get out of here. What was I gonna say? Anyway, I was in so much pain Tuesday night. I was almost in tears at certain points, just not feeling very good. But I tried everything I could. Like, I have Bengay. Do you guys know what that is? It's like, I think it's supposed to be for like achy joints and stuff. I was like, I don't know if this will help, but I tried it. And I don't know if it helped at all. But it at least felt like I was doing something. But so then Tuesday night, I pretty much just laid there. It was really tough trying to get to sleep because I was in so much pain. And I couldn't get into a position where my foot, like, felt comfortable enough, because it's like, even just the like when, so for example, this is what happened yesterday. So we were going to stream yesterday when I was laying down, and that's when I was like, oh, I think we're gonna stream. I think I can do this. And I was able to take a shower and all of that. But like so when my foot is up, feels much better. And now it's like, okay, I'm not in as much pain or whatever. But when I would stand up, and when I stand up, it takes probably like 2 to 3 minutes of me just standing there, waiting for pain to subside before then I start moving again. Because like the blood rushing to my foot, like I can feel just like the pulsing, and it's like every time like it pulses, it like it just is pain kind of like there. So when we take BRBs, I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just sitting here because if I were to get up and leave, it would take too long. I have to sort of like shuffle around, where it's like left foot isn't like left leg is like a normal stride, and then the right foot kind of just like comes up to it, like I'm hobbling around. And so yeah, we're I do not. That is correct. that is accurate. So yeah, we're just, you know, just not gonna worry about it. It's fine. And plus, I'm sure what are they gonna do? They're gonna say, just don't put weight on it, eat your vegetables, and like here's maybe like some crutches that are gonna cost you $1 billion. So yeah, we're just well, because this has happened before. Eventually, it just kind of goes away, and then for a while, I remind myself not to do that anymore, and then I forget, and then I just sit there and do it. But okay, I've also put under my desk one of my couch cushions. It may remain here forever, because it is very comfy. And if I put my feet on it, I don't feel the need to really like shake my leg very much. So I think I might do that. How do you leave your house not freaking out about getting into an accident? Rip medical bills. I mean, we don't go out. That's that's what we do. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's what if I ever need to go to the hospital or something, it's game over. We won't know what to do. I mean, I go get food sometimes, but I pretty much just go. Really, my main outing is going to the grocery store, but it's sort of it. I try to play it safe. Try to play it safe when I do, but yeah, I mean, it's true. Yes, I do agree. Going out is like, well, I hope I don't get hurt, or I hope I don't get sick or something. So yeah, I don't know. I play it safe. But yeah, we just hope we don't get sick or we don't get hurt, because then yeah, that'll be that'll be it. I got billed $600 for a strep test with no insurance, so hope you never ever get sick or severely injured. Toasty. Yeah. Yeah, same. I mean, yeah, same. I don't I don't know what else to say except yeah, I think that was also like during COVID, you know, there were a lot of people, especially at the beginning, who were like, oh, it's probably not that serious, or, you know, it sounds like if you just get sick, you just get sick and it's whatever, and then you'll get better. But part of me was like, and I just never went out during the peak of COVID, and even like at the beginning of it. And part of it, my perspective was, well, like, you say that, like, you might say it's not a big deal, or that, you know, you just get sick for a bit. But I was like, but what if I get sick and it's more serious? Who's going to pay for my medical bills? Is it you? Probably not. So I'm going to hermit. I'm going to be a little hermit and hang out here because, you know, it's not worth the risk or whatever. So, anyway, yeah, I try, I just hope not to get sick. I haven't been sick in a very long time. Part of me gets nervous about that also simultaneously, because I think of, like, you know, that one guy who was like, there was that one guy that, was it like he had super long hair or something and he never washed it? And then, like, at some point he, like, I feel like he was encouraged to, like, cut it or, like, wash it. And then he immediately, like, soon after got really sick and then died. And part of it was, like, they were saying, like, I think it's some story like that. And they were saying, like, it's because he was, like, introduced to more things that he was, like, not, like, his body was not used to. Something like that. Like, he hadn't been sick for a very long time. And he was, like, a much older guy, too. But so part of me is like, well, I haven't really been sick in a very long time. part of that is because I don't like go out and socialize very much. So part of me is like, when I get sick next time, it's gonna be a doozy. it's gonna be bad. What are the outdoors like? Us millennials don't have insurance, homes, or financial stability. Yeah. Well, that's the downside of doing a lot of like freelance and like contract work is like I don't really qualify for like a company's insurance. So theoretically I would have to pay for my own, but too expensive. Insurance is just very, very expensive. I can't afford it anyways. Anyway, I just try to be careful. I am a very safe driver. I've only been in one accident and someone rear-ended me. But it was their fault. Yeah, I don't know. I just try not to, I try to be safe, try to not get hurt, except for when I'm just sitting and shaking my leg. That's the only time where I get hurt. But anyway, yeah, so yesterday, even up until last night, it was hurting quite a bit. I was able to, around dinner time, get to my desk. That was like really the first time after sitting down at my desk for that almost stream. So what happened is I sat down, and when I sat down, I could pretty much just feel the pain in my foot. And I was like, okay, I thought I was going to be able to stream, but I don't think I can do that. Like, I would be so distracted the entire time just thinking about how much pain I'm in. And I was like, that's not going to be fun. I don't think people are going to enjoy that. So I was like, okay, actually, no. I know I sent that message like less than an hour ago, but actually, now I think about it, and I'm sitting here, there's no way this is gonna be good. So I went back and laid down after that, and then around dinner time I finally made it back to my desk because I needed to do a little bit of work, and so I did that, but it was still sort of in pain. Anyway, last night again I was able to put my foot up, and when I do, it feels okay, it feels fine. Though it's interesting, just like shifting my foot to one side or the other, where it's like either the big toe is like up or the big toe is down, it changes. Like I can feel pain just while I'm shifting and doing all that. But today and this morning it felt a lot better. I can put a little bit more weight on my foot, but I'm still trying to be careful not to. Trying to keep my toes pretty straight. I have also been so I have these really tight socks that I usually don't wear because they're too tight. But what I've been doing is they're just on the front half of my foot, but like folded, because they're so stiff. It like just keeps my it adds just like a little bit more support, I think, there. So I feel like that's just, I mean, they would have like a splint, maybe, I don't know, they would have something at the hospital to give me that would essentially do the same thing. But does theirs have moose prints on them? Probably not. So who's really the medical professional? Jet doesn't get injured going out. He gets injured at home. That's actually true, though. Yeah, I'm in the gray area for insurance. Can't afford it myself, but don't qualify with the company. Yeah, that is just... So, I hate that. I hate it. But yeah, it's no fun. Yeah, it's just expensive. It's too expensive. Even, I remember with, like, Affordable Healthcare Act, it was like... I remember being like, I can't afford like a several $100 cost every month to to do this. It's too expensive. So, part-time at university, yeah. I have better insurance in my work than my husband. What's the joke? He works for the hospital. Yeah, that is super weird. And I make mirrors. That is so odd how insurance works and all of that. But yeah, we just hope that I don't get sick or I don't really hurt myself. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the worst. But my work just gets the good stuff. Maybe one day, I don't know. Maybe I'll move someplace to a different country. And that has better healthcare or something. Anyway. So that's what's been going on. I'm in a little bit of pain. I do feel my foot. I do feel that it's there and that it's happening. But it has subsided to a bit that I can like actually concentrate and also I think talk and stuff without it being like just don't hurt. Gilmore. I have been thinking about that these past couple of days and have been like, when I get to Australia, I gotta make sure I don't do this. I gotta make sure I don't do my little leg bouncy thing on my toe. I need to make sure I don't do that because that would ruin the trip if I'm just like, you know, pretty much couch bound. It wouldn't be fun. I'd be so sad. So don't worry. I have been already thinking about it. Like I can't let that happen. So now the main thing that I'm worried about one of the main things I'm worried about is the trip there getting sick. I might wear a mask while I'm at the airport and on the plane just to like maybe mitigate some of that, but I'm just a little nervous that, you know, being around so many people and at the airport and being in a giant pill flying through the sky, I feel like, you know, I'm just gonna, I don't know, might get sick. So I think I might wear a mask or something. I get tendonitis every once in a while in my ankle, and I feel that. Like some mornings I can barely walk. I just ice it every day, and I'll wear this brace, and it eventually goes away after a couple weeks. I stopped getting it looked at because if it's not swollen and bruised, then it's tendonitis or sprain. Yeah. There's no major bruising on it. I can tell that like the toe knuckle, I was gonna say foot knuckle again, is like red. It's like a little bit redder than everything else. But and I can tell it's a little swollen, but it's not like anything too crazy. Never skydiving. No fighting kangaroos. I'd always wear a mask out if I didn't have health insurance, TBH. Yeah, that's not a bad point. But generally I feel like when I go and do stuff, I'm usually doing it at a time where there's not a lot of people, or I'm not like passing by or interacting with a lot of people. So for example, when I go to the grocery store, I usually tend to go right when they open, like at 6 a.m. Or 7 a.m. and there's like not a lot of people there, so I don't really have to like interact with anybody, and then I do self-checkout, and then that's sort of it. Good strat, yeah. And like I haven't really eaten out in a very long time. I think the last time was whenever I went and last got Moose's tooth. But I typically go when I get pickup, and I typically go hold on. There you go. I typically go generally late at night, and it's sort of it's a very like, I almost don't have to interact with anybody actually, because typically what they do is they so you wait in your car at Moose's Tooth whenever you order or a pickup, and they call you when it's ready, and they give you a number of where your pizza, if you've already paid for it, they give you a number of like your pizza's at station 8, and so all I have to do is walk into the like to go area, and my pizza box is just there, and I pick it up and I go. So I don't even need to like interact with anybody, but anyway, yeah. So that's been going on. That's the dealio. Hopefully this will just continue to feel better. I feel like based on trajectory, I would say this weekend it'll probably be fully done. It'll probably be fully good to go. I do that shopping by myself in self-checkout, but I do it because I'm an introvert and don't want to interact with people. Also fair. I well, generally when I'm out and about, I don't like, if I have a mission, if I have like this is what I want to go do, I don't really interact with a lot of people. I'm very like goal oriented and just like, let's tackle it. So I don't generally want to mess around with too many people. However, I will say, I believe I can scan things faster than a cashier, generally. Maybe like the old lady who's been working at the same store for like 50 years. Maybe she would be able to beat me. But I feel like I'm very good at like being really fast about it, and then like and putting them away and all of that. So it takes me no time to go through a checkout line. But that's also so part of me is like, I do self-checkout because if not, they're just gonna it's too slow. And if I get something like cilantro or something, they're always like, what is this? And then they have to look at their little book. And that's just not, I don't know. I don't have time. No time for that. Same, but I also like to put my groceries yeah, okay, that's also true. Some people are, well, okay, I've noticed this. So I also will do a lot of pickup orders at the grocery store where I order in my phone app and then I just go and pick it up. I do that for things that I know they can't mess up, generally. But or where I'm like, I don't necessarily have to have a specific product. But I've noticed they do sort of like almost the opposite, where they use too many bags, where there'll just be like they're so afraid of crushing anything that they'll give me one giant bag that just has like one item in it. But they're also giving me like 3 or 4 other bags. Usually the opposite is true, where it's like they just try to cram everything into like 1 or 2 bags. But I've seen it more where they're like, here is one giant bag. It has like a paper bag. Here's one giant paper bag. It has this one item in it. And it's always just very like, okay, we can put this on top of this, so that way I don't need to carry so much. What I've been doing now is when I get a pickup order, they give me bags, and then when I get home, when I'm like getting out of my car, I've brought my own like not plastic bags. Are they plastic? Those reusable bags. I get those reusable bags, and then I kind of repackage everything into those, because I've learned that I can usually, when they give me like 3 or 4 bags, I can usually fit them in just 2 of those, and it's much easier to like get them inside than having to carry all these different multiple bags. I bring my own bags, and the one big grocery store major has an app where you can scan as you go, and you scan the QR code at the kiosk, and it transfers your cart to the kiosk, and you just pay. Oh, interesting. That's really nice. That's very nice. Kind of a side note, do you guys know, have you ever been to or heard of those like Meijer? Okay, my bad. The Amazon grocery stores that like their whole deal was like, you don't actually check out, you just put them in your cart, and then it charges your Amazon account when you walk out the door. Are you guys familiar with that? I've never been to one, but like I've at least heard of the concept or like of it. So that was a thing, and here's the deal. I am not okay. So there are these Amazon grocery stores that the whole deal is there are no cashiers. There's no checkout line or anything. As you put things in your cart, it like keeps track of it, and then when you walk out of the store with it, it charges you. So their whole deal, this is kind of an aside, their whole deal was saying how we're able to do this is through a very advanced AI. The AI is like watching via cameras, and it can tell which items you're picking up and putting into your basket, and it's doing it all of that automatically. Within the past year, I think actually maybe within the past 6 months, there was some like whistleblower, and what it turns out is this AI was actually just a full office of people in an office building in India, where they are just watching cameras, and they are, because I guess to go into the store you have to like use something to sign in. So what they would do is they would just watch you shopping, and they would manually add things to your cart. So it wasn't like any kind of advanced AI or whatever. But before all this like news stuff broke out about this, Amazon made like some kind of like press release saying that they were going to be discontinuing their AI system that automatically added things to your shopping list, or like to your cart and charging you or whatever, and would instead be switching to like a different system. But like all 1,000 people who worked in that office like all walked out, and it was like a whole big deal. But anyway, it's very interesting. I was watching a video, Sassy, welcome in. I was watching a video about how it was saying like companies are lying to you about AI, which I have kind of thought about before. It seems like a lot of companies these days have been using the term AI, but what they mean is it's just like some kind of machine learning program. Like it's not as advanced as like say ChatGPT or something that is sort of like learning as it goes and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so this person on YouTube was talking about all these different like business AIs that aren't really AI, whether it's they faked the interaction, whether it's like Google has done this apparently a few times where they've said, here's our new AI, here's an example of it working, and then they have like footage of somebody interacting with the AI, and it seems very natural and whatever, but then it ends up being like either we never hear from that project again, especially when people are like, was this real, or it turns out the news comes out that the interaction was pre-recorded or faked. There was one a little bit ago where somebody would draw a duck, and then the AI via camera would say, that is a duck. And then they would draw like, show a picture of a duck using like floaties or something. And then it'd be like, that is a duck in a lake with floaties. And then like, and it was basically trying to show like this AI is so advanced, it can interpret multiple art styles and figure out what it is. It turns out that that whole thing was faked. They basically trained the AI to only look at duck pictures, including the ones that they then showed on the like little example video, and like spliced the recording so that it was saying the right answer whenever like the person would show a certain picture. So it was like. So basically there are a lot of companies that do that, but Amazon is one of those, and that was the example they gave, was the whole like their automated super AI that can track what you're picking up in store and whatever was actually like 1,000 people just sitting there. Their whole job was just to watch cameras and follow each guest, and track this person put this item in their cart, so we need to add it to their cart, and then like charging them like that, which is crazy. How are you feeling? I am feeling better. I am still in pain. My foot still hurts, but it is in better condition than it was over the past couple of days. I kind of told everyone earlier that when we go BRB, I will not go anywhere because it takes me too long to move around. So when we go BRB, we'll still go. We'll still take a BRB break, but I won't be moving from my desk because it'll just take me too long to be back. But anyway, Dez, welcome in, Dez. How are you? How's it going? I popped into Daz's stream for a little bit yesterday and was just like, I'm in pain. And I was. It hurt quite a lot. Oof. Moving my foot a little bit. It hurts. Ow. Okay, we're fine. So I put a couch cushion under my desk, to kind of give my foot something like soft to be under. And if I need to adjust my foot, what I have to do is, this is the maneuverability. I take my left foot, because it's my right foot that is bad. I take my left foot, move it closer to my right foot, and I press down on the cushion. And when I do that, I can feel like it starts to just like pulsate and it hurts when it does. And so then I can then sort of slightly shift my foot a little bit. It's fine. We're fine. Titan, welcome in. How's it going? I'm injured. I hurt my foot is what happened. I know the feeling all too well. I hope it heals quickly. Thank you, Sassy. I think we will be, I was saying this earlier, I think by this weekend, I should hopefully be okay. I think it's Tuesday, excruciating. It was in super, super pain. Yesterday, at the beginning of the day, when I was laying down and I had my foot up, I was like, oh, we're fine. I think we're okay. And that's when I was like, yeah, and I was able to take a shower, and then was like, that's when I was like, I think we're gonna be able to stream. And then I sat down at my desk and just feeling like all of the blood sort of like rushing to the foot and like, you know, whatever. I was a lot of pain, and I was like, I actually had, as much as I want to do this now that I said that we would stream, I don't think I should or could do streaming very well. I thought about maybe just doing a no cam stream or something, but I was like, I think we're getting to some story bits that would probably be better if I was on camera. Even though I have a little PNG tuber thing that we could use, but I was like, it's not really the same. So anyway, so yesterday was still a lot of pain. I spent most of the day just laying down with my foot up again. But last night, around dinner time, I made it over to my desk and was like, okay, I think I had to sit here anywhere because I had to do a little bit of work. But I was just like, okay, we're gonna just see how it is. I think I stayed here for a couple of hours and then was like, okay, I need to go. I need to go. I can't. But today, it is feeling a lot better. This morning, while I was in bed, I tried to move my foot around a little bit to see how much pain I was in, and it was a lot better. So, I'm good. You in pain? Bad. Thank you. Thank you, Des. I appreciate that. One, Daz, if you need to go back to sleep, do it. Don't feel like you need to be up. I know it's super early where you are. I could say the more you can keep it moving, the better and faster it'll heal. Right now, the problem is that if I move it too much, it hurts. It hurts too bad. So I'm trying to keep it pretty still. When I move around, I have to sort of have my foot in an angle. I walk on like the pinky toe side of my foot, and it's more of like a shuffle. I'm trying not to hurt myself more by doing that, but it's just sort of like my eyes are already closed, mate. Just listening, perfect. Let me lull you to sleep. Yeah. Anyway, it has been a rough couple of days. Yeah. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Like I said earlier, I did it to myself. It's my fault. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully we'll be okay very soon. But I think we should be fine. Also, we will be playing more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Apologies for people who've been waiting for me to continue. But I'm excited to play some more. Oh, also, the last time we streamed, my stream just crashed. For those that didn't know, I think a couple of people were maybe like lurking towards the end of that stream anyway. But all of a sudden, I just looked over, and my bit rate just dropped. Basically, I don't know what happened, but everything was in the red. And so I was like, okay. And so then I was going to end anyway. But I was like, I guess we'll just end here. We'll just stop immediately. Because yeah, it didn't feel, I was like, I don't want to get back on camera and it basically just be like, okay, well, we're leaving anyway. But, so I just stopped the stream when that happened. So hopefully that doesn't happen today. Kind of hoping that I haven't had any other like internet issues, and my internet was actually still active during that time. So I don't know what happened there. But hopefully it all sticks. I think it might have been an OBS thing, but I don't know. Anyway, friends, we are going to start getting into the game. We are going to go BRB. I'll even put on my BRB screen while I play ads. However, I will not be going anywhere, because if I go anywhere, I won't be back by the time the break ends. I move around too slowly right now. Also hoping for no natural disasters, earthquakes, or anything, because if I need to move out of here quickly, bad news. Bad news. So we're gonna go BRB. I'm gonna start getting the game set up, and then we will begin and continue. So just hold on a second while we play ads, and we'll be back in like 3 minutes. So BRB. All right, everybody, welcome in. Welcome back. Why can I not? Okay, there it is. So where we left off, we are still currently in Nibelheim. We were doing some proto-relic missions. However, I think we might just move on. I'm afraid of leveling, because after you do certain missions, sometimes it'll raise your relationship with different people. I'm afraid of increasing the relationship with anybody else. Currently, Aerith is at max, and nobody else is, and so I'm afraid of like accidentally jeopardizing that. So I don't think we will do any more side missions before continuing with the main story. I think we're just gonna push ahead. I did fight. I've completed all of Chadley's things. I did that off stream. I even did that super hard fight against the Mind Flayer, where you had to defeat the Mind Flayer before defeating 2 other enemies that had way less health, and they also, after a certain point, will just explode. I was able to... it's not worth showing. Anyway, I might actually upload it, just that clip, to my YouTube, but it took me forever to do. I will say there is one thing that was slightly spoiled. Oh, I do need to talk to Snaps. But we have a Queen's Blood player that we need to fight against, or do that, and then we can continue the main story. But oh, have we not reported any of these? That's my bad.
Hey there. Thank you for tracking down that spot. Quite the view you captured. Well, I'll be. You've come a long way, friend. My heartfelt congratulations. You've earned the association's highest honor, which makes it official. You're a true master of the craft, a force of talent without peer. Said it before and I'll say it again. I saw your potential from the start. Though, if I'm being honest, I didn't think you had this much potential. It's been an inspiration to see you come into your own. Glad I could be a part of your journey. Before you go, I made you this. A little something to commemorate our friendship. Wherever the road takes you, I hope you walk it camera in hand. The world deserves to see your art.
I mean, I'd say we're more like acquaintances. We're more acquaintances than like friends, I would say, but that's okay. Inventory. He gave me key items. Photo album? Aw. Oh my gosh, it's the pictures he's taken of me. I wish I could see a close-up of this. A scrapbook containing pictures of Cloud taken by the traveling photographer Snaps. It even has this little, like... I think he was doing, like... What was he doing? That's so funny. I love it. Also, side note, we are 98 hours into this game. Remember when I was trying to beat it?
Something I've been meaning to ask you.
What?
How come you named your cat Fluffy? It's not like her fur was long or super soft or anything.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't the one who named her. The mayor gave her to me as a gift for my 12th birthday. When he put her in my arms, he said, "This little lady's name is Fluffy," but he never explained why. Don't get me wrong, I was dead set on giving her a better name. But before I could, everyone had already started calling her Fluffy. And the more I heard it, the more I thought, well, maybe it's not that bad. So I let it stick. I wasn't much of a fighter back in those days. Hard to believe looking at me now.
Last time we were here, we met Vincent Valentine. And, let's see, the sub-basement? Vincent is the vampire guy, voiced by Matt Mercer. Right, are we in the right place? Where was... Where was he? Maybe it's not ready yet. Maybe we won't worry about it. Can I fast travel while I'm out here? Because apparently we can play him in Queen's Blood, but I don't see him. Can I fast travel? I can. All right. So maybe they'll let us come back to do it or make it more clear where to find him. So I'm not going to progress any more side missions until we move forward a bit, just because, again, I'm afraid to...
In response to last night's illegal broadcast by the SRC, President Rufus Shinra held an emergency press conference this morning. In it, the president denounced the SRC's claims as baseless propaganda and dismissed their alleged Mako reactor footage as a digital fabrication. The company has launched an investigation into the individual who delivered the address, as well as the nature of the organization he claims to represent. Breaking news at this hour.
Sid's waiting for us. It's odd.
Hey!
Stood up?
Nope. Waiting on you folks. Something I wanted to ask. About your mother. Her name's a Faulkner, right?
Maybe. So what?
That sounds like a yes to me. I called it the second I saw you. Boy, am I ever glad I sent up smoke. Tell me, how's she doing? Good?
No. She's dead.
You know, the whole reason I joined Shinra was to become a pilot. But I wound up as a gopher for some lazy grease monkeys. Had me running around HQ fixing lights and whatnot. One time, though, I came across a pretty young thing with a little girl in her arms. That was you, wasn't it?
Probably.
You were knee-high to a tonberry. And I was what? Tall as a smogger, I'd wager.
How old is Sid?
But damn. No longer with us. That's a crying shame. Truly. Hey, Missy.
It's Aerith.
Aerith, is there anything I can do for you? I want to help.
What? Why?
Just trying to do right by you.
Flying us around will be more than plenty. Thanks.
Join our party,
again,
Sid.
If you're just dying to help, you could take us to the saucer for free.
Free?
It's fine, we'll pay.
No, it's on me. When you want to head to the saucer, just give me a holler.
Okay. Let us
Hey,
go.
good to go? Let's get a move on then. An 8?
Ah!
You said that Sephiroth is your foe. I have a history with him. Unfinished business.
He bothering you? Want me to give him the boot?
He did.
Try to screw us over, and you're a dead man.
Dang, he did find us, Gilmore. Maybe that's why we couldn't find it.
Take a seat.
Do you think you can manage 8?
Ain't gonna lie. That's a tall order for most pilots. Lucky for you, I ain't most pilots.
I think this is the full party. Like, for those that don't know. These are the, like, at least in the OG, these are the 8 original characters that you could play as.
Hey, Sid. I was wondering, could you tell me a little more about my mom?
Sure. I was greener than Mako when I met Fauna. She took my heart for a spin.
Not you, Sid.
Aerith,
Yeah?
what happened to your mother? She get sick?
Doctors always said she had a weak constitution, and trying to escape didn't help. I think she just pushed herself too hard, all so that I could be free.
I'm sorry. At least she went out on her own terms.
Did she?
Even if she didn't, you should honor her memory by enjoying the life she gave you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hey, don't know if y'all heard. Wutai's finally made a move against Shinra. Might be war. And as Midgar's been bombed to hell and back, Shinra's gotta be on the ropes.
Good.
War isn't worth celebrating. Ever.
Exactly. This'll affect everyone. For the worse.
It's like when Sephiroth shows up. Nobody wins. On a related note, if war is officially declared, it will not be long before borders start closing. So, if you've got somewhere to be, you might want to get a wee shuffle on.
What the?
Sid? Hey, Sid?
I heard you the first time. Just sit tight. Everything's under control.
My nightmare. Oh, gosh.
Sid?
I said just sit tight. This beauty's maintained by an expert and piloted by a professional. Y'all are in good hands.
That was the engine.
Get off my ass and sit tight like I told you to.
But what was it? Altitude?
Oh man, we're screwed!
We ain't screwed, people.
Hey!
All right, brace for emergency landing.
Oh, shit.
This boat goes down to fuck. Any landing you can swim away from.
You almost killed us!
Goodness. It will be interesting. I assume we won't be able to play as Sid or Vincent during this game. But like when we can next game, there's going to be 8 people in our parties. That'll be crazy. Or 9 total. Well, anyway.
Okay, let's start her up. Sounds good.
Yeah, but the wings are still broken.
And what of it? Only one man has mastered the land, air, and sea. You're looking at it. You got that?
Okay, so?
So you can think of me as the captain of your ship. Strap on in and we'll punch through the chop.
Aye, aye.
Let's set sail. Straight through the ravine and on to Costa del Sol. And after that,
We hit it!
Sounds like a plan. We'll be there before you know it.
Let's set a course for Costa del Sol, sir.
Roger that. Full speed ahead.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Hey, mind filling us in on the Keystone before we arrive?
Gladly. About 20 years back, one of my more eccentric colleagues convinced the company to build a museum for his antiques. The reliquary, they called it. Pretty cool, eh? Now, according to company records, the Keystone was housed there.
Wait a second. I thought you said it was at the Gold Saucer.
Aye, I'm getting to that. Not a threat. Where was I? Oh, right. So, the museum turned out to be a total flop. Closed as soon as it opened. But, somewhere between cutting the ribbons and boarding up the windows, the Keystone vanished into thin air.
So it's not in the saucer?
You know where it went?
No, but I know a man who might. The former curator.
Deal.
How do you know that name?
Let's just say I've been around a while.
After the museum debacle, old Dio was demoted, only to be promoted again, and the saucer took off. Made director in no time. A real riches to rags to riches story. All of which is why we're bound for the saucer.
Oh, so there it is. There's a saucer. Okay, there we go. I do feel like the voices are a bit too quiet sometime in this game. Oh, this is where we did our... Yeah, look at that. We've been here.
Hey, Sid, did I hear right? You used to work with Shinra?
Still do on occasion. Them boys got their uses.
That's gonna be a problem. You see, we don't take kindly to friends of the company.
And I don't take kindly to that tone of yours. Man who tries to lord his power over me is gonna wish he didn't. That's what's appealing about the skies. Got them all to myself. Rats can have their race in the gutter. Never much cared for the squeaking anyways. I miss the wild blue yonder dearly.
Oh! Right. Okay. This makes sense why there are these ports. I found one a while back. And I was like, it's so weird that there's nothing here. Or I think that was near Cosmo Canyon. And I was like, what is... They haven't brought us here, but this port exists. So, okay, it looks like now we can... do that.
Hope Johnny's all killed up by now.
And that his hotel's found its, sea legs.
Fat chance. The kid probably got grifted again and is crying himself to sleep every night.
What's with that purple?
Thank you for choosing Bronco Cruises. We sincerely hope you enjoyed your trip with us.
Cruises? I thought it was Bronco Airlines.
Not after his wings got clipped.
Seriously, we really appreciate you ferrying us around.
You're most welcome. Hey, y'all are headed to the saucer, ain't you? I might could tag along, take in the splendor. What do you think?
Of course.
Girl always knows just what to say. Am I right? Shall we?
Wait a sec. Where's Vincent?
Up there.
Another loner. As if one wasn't enough of a pain in my ass.
Yeah, one's more than enough. You mean me?
Oh, friends. Now that the tiny Bronco is able to cross the Meridian Ocean, you can fast travel to any location from the map, accessed with that. To board the tiny Bronco, speak to Sid at the nearest port, or select the vessel from the map screen. The SRC's declaration of war against Shinra was the shot heard around the world, unsettling folks everywhere. Check the notice boards as you travel to locations both old and new, and see if anyone needs help from a hand for hire. The attractions of the Gold Saucer have undergone a series of renovations, as have mini games available in other regions. Try revisiting familiar locations and seeing what new challenges await. Note that some mini games will not be updated until certain conditions are met. What is this? A treasure map?
Whoa, no way. Hey, Cloud, let me see that. This reeks of sea salt. And not the fresh kind either. This thing smells ancient.
Really?
Yeah. Gramps told me about it once. Long ago, when most folks spent their lives at sea, a war broke out between some pirates. I mean, how do you think they came up with Pirates Rampage? It's based on a true story. How about it? Want to hear?
Yeah. Why not?
Gather round and hearken to my tale. Before steel birds soared through the skies and tracks wove across the land, wooden ships were the primary means of travel. One such ship was crewed not by men, but monsters, hellions of the high seas. From the fires of war, these pirates emerged victorious, leaving crimson waters in their wake. With the world's oceans now his sole dominion, their captain was declared the Pirate King. As for the king's treasure, ere his passing, he took his most prized possession, quartered it, and sealed those pieces away, along with his 4 finest mates, to forever stand guard. Whatever he hid, this map should point us to the locations in which its fragments rest. The spell he used to seal them away seems to have broken as well. Though the Pirate King's treasure is now ours to seek, 4 ferocious fiends yet stand in our way. Doubtless, they'll put up quite a fight.
And I, for one, can't wait!
Take to the open ocean with a tiny Bronco and follow the treasure map to recover the long-lost relics of the Pirate King. Once you have assembled all 4 pieces, you can transmute a powerful accessory once used by this fabled swashbuckler. Partitions ATB gauge into 3 segments for a short period after using 5 types of commands. It's interesting. While we're here... Okay, we can't make any of that. What are we missing? Oh. Eventually we can. Some of this again. So hold on. So there's 2 more proto-relic things here. Oh, right. This is where there is that sand monster. Let me go see what the community board is. Again, I'm afraid of doing any side missions right now.
Hang loose. Welcome to the land of self-service.
It's my solemn charge to keep our slice of beachside paradise free from all manners of unpleasantness, and I employed a freelancer to resolve a simple matter, which they have failed to do in a timely fashion, and so I must once more seek outside assistance, this time to deal with 2 problems. Rest assured you will be well compensated. I bet this is dealing with Kyrie. This is level 44? We are level 44. I say we come back to that. Let's just go to the saucer. We'll come back and do... Though it looks like... Maybe we'll do 1 Queen's Blood. And then...
Quintessence. Challenge. Greetings. I am Wise 3.0 version 2.0. The world's preeminent AI Queen's Blood player.
Wasn't he on the boat?
I was hoping to assess my current capabilities after my recent update. An opponent of your skill level should be sufficient for this test. May the best man or AI claim victory.
Let's do it. Let's get rid of this one. Brad, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I know you can't hear anything. All right. If I do this, surely there's no way. Wait, what? Why do all those go up? When allied and enemy cards are destroyed, raise the power of allied cards and affected tiles. Replace an ally and raise the power of allied cards. Raise power by 1 for each enhanced enemy card. I didn't realize that's what that did. I have that card. I think we might still be able to win. No, I cannot. Dang. He just has cards that he can, like, continually, like, lay on top of each other, enhancing them. Alright. No. Keep. Let's see what we can do. That's the card that I will need to worry about. Oh boy. Okay, so right now we're doing really well. I was afraid they were going to do something like that. I think we could still beat them. I have 12 and 10. Oh, those are their last cards. I think we're good. Last time they just kept... No, never mind. Their cards just go away. Yeah, he's going to keep destroying cards. Oh, there we go. Great.
Why did I open the door? I should have heeded the stories, the warnings. It is an I can't stop shaking. I have to destroy this card. I know that. But still, It's too late now. She will not be denied.
Malfunction. Malfunction.
That's a perfect email for that.
Levels detected. Running search complete. Levels confirmed to be a match for Queen's Blood creator Ladrell Balmon. Conducting follow-up search. 2 hits. Mr. Balmont's obituary and a voice recording by the reporter who discovered the body. Preparing voice recording.
I'm currently standing outside the home of Ladrell Balmon, the famed creator of Queen's Blood. Now let's hope he's willing to answer a few questions for us.
What's this smell? It's awful. Mr. Balmon, are you home? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Mr. Balmon is dead. How long has he been in here? It must have been ages. His body is...
The results of the autopsy reveals the cause of death to be starvation. The state in which he was found suggests that he had been playing Queen's Blood without stopping to eat, drink, or sleep.
I found numerous cards scattered on the floor around him, and... Hold on. What's this? That card. It looks like... the ship.
The recording breaks up after that. As it so happens, Mr. Balmon was in possession of the world's one and only Shadow Blood Queen card. However, the card was not found in his home, leading to theories that the reporter who discovered the body stole it. The reporter in question subsequently went missing
excuse me?
Unexpected shutdown occurred. System rebooting. Do not shut off power. What was I doing? Memory restored. I had just registered a loss against you in a game of Queen's Blood.
Yeah.
Version update required to secure path to world domination. Thank you very much for playing with me.
Okay. I was actually right about to say, I bet Simon, or whatever his name is, the person who's killing other players, but
Blood Tactician.
maybe it's the reporter.
Speaking of, I've received intel that Regina, the card game maven you met on the Shinra 8, is in Gongaga. A clash between two players of your caliber would surely be one for the ages. I can't wait to watch.
Okay. Let's go Saucer.
Should split up to look for Dio.
Will do.
If I catch you goofing off, so help me out.
Cloud, you got a minute? There's something I failed to mention about the Temple of the Ancients. You might call it a legend or a warning.
Uh-huh.
You see, no one who goes into the temple ever comes out again. No one. And I'm wondering if you really want to take everyone to a place like that.
You said it yourself. It's just a legend.
I did, aye, but...
Let's focus on finding Dio and the Keystone for now.
That's a pretty big, pretty big legend there. So let me see. Okay, we've got a little bit of time till the next set of ads. My foot is hurting quite a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, is afoot. The fight for naming rights. It's time for Battle Square tomorrow. When our very own
So hold on.
Dio's champions will
Event Square? Where's one of those chocobos?
Just name the square, and I'll get you there.
History will be made in Battle Square tomorrow when our very own Dio's
And the welcome sound. We've arrived at your destination.
Welcome, cadets, to Space Ranger HQ.
We gotta talk about
Just so you know, Dio ain't here.
The Gilgamesh Army is amassing a fleet of star cruisers on the dark side of Moon.
Ooh, this one's new, isn't it? Or has this always been here? Oh, I think... Are we talking to the same person?
Ready for blast off, Ranger?
What do we get? Space Ranger Medal of Honor. I bet that's a good thing. So 4,500. Let's do it.
Space Rangers, your objective is to breach enemy lines and eliminate their mothership. The fate of the universe
Battle.
is
There's
yours.
barrel rolling.
Now make us proud.
Oh, that uses... Restorative charge proton bomb.
That was some fine shooting. Enemy contact. We mustn't let them escape. Attacks detected. Prepare for the next wave.
Wow, they're like very. Oh. I was not watching my health. I thought we were fine. Again. Okay, so that's my health.
The fate of the universe is in your hands. Now make us proud. They can't get the drop on you.
Right, you also get points for barrel rolling at the right time.
Good. Show them what we're made of. Engage. Now. All enemies eliminated. Incredible.
I feel like that doesn't do a lot of damage sometimes.
Great work. Keep it up, Ranger. All enemies eliminated. Incredible. Enemy incoming. Move to intercept. Nicely done. Good. Show them what we're made of.
Lock on.
An engineer-class warship. Bravo! You've dealt a heavy blow to the enemy.
Oh man. I think those are the first ones we've missed.
You gotta focus, Ranger. You gotta focus, Ranger.
I'm trying.
us no more. Proceeds this day will go down in history.
Nice. Okay, good. We got it. I think we needed 4,500. So we just made it. Nice. Space Ranger Medal of Honor. Increases strength and magic power by 10%. It's actually pretty nice. What does Cloud have right now? Vitality and something? Yeah, he has 500 health because of that. Speed. Sure.
Many formidable fiends stand in our way, but we must.
From there, you will strike at the very heart of their fleet in a bid to destroy their dread flagship.
Your trusty guide Moogle is at your service. Let's make progress, people.
Okay. We are going to BRB. I am going to run ads, and then we will continue. Yeah. We'll see how things go. My foot's kind of hurting a little bit, but we're hopefully going to be okay. So ads coming in, BRB. All right, everybody, welcome back. I think we're going to go ahead and end the stream. I think my foot's hurting just a little bit more than I wish to continue dealing with here. I think I'm going to put it up and just kind of elevate it for a bit. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to save the game and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Should be better tomorrow. Should be able to do a longer stream, at least longer than what we have now. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging. Yeah, I appreciate it. Sounds good. Thank you guys for hanging. Emmers for the 80 stream streak. Thank you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully feeling more capable of sitting here for a longer period of time. But I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.